What is good, everyone? This is your host, Deanna Radulescu with Label Free Podcast. To live your best life, you must live label free. As always, bring you incredible guests from all over the world, so sit back, relax, and tune in. My next guest is America's healing aging trainer, creator of the Ageless Living Lifestyle, the Vitality for Life training system, the Be Bold, Never Be Old online wellness club, the Fearless Aging podcast, the Ageless Body Self-Care Guide Summit, and the new Fast Fit 17 fitness system. Please welcome Rico Cavaglia. Rico, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Deanna. It's my pleasure to be here.
Now, all these things that you've created, I love. I'm all about aging well, taking care of yourself, and I don't like the stigma that society has put around people that start, mid to in their later stages of life. I don't care for it, and I'm not adopting that mindset.
That's so good. That's a really wise thing to say. As we mentioned, we're talking earlier, one of the worst labels that I dislike is calling people a senior citizen, because people just kind of buy into that, and it puts them in a box, and they think they're old and they have to act a certain way, and they gotta hang out down at the senior center. It's a bad label.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if you say, okay, I am a senior citizen, that kind of slows you down. Vitality is a real thing, and you can invest into your vitality no matter what stage in life you are, and you can create your own destiny and not allow the labels that society puts on you to dictate how you should live your life, in your later years.
Absolutely. That's what my ageless living lifestyle is all about. It's not living your life by an age. And it's realizing that you have to take responsibility for your health and your life, as we should know in every aspect of our life. And that, I make a big distinction between aging and being old.
Yes.
And I actually looked up the definitions. And one definition of aging is to become fully mature, to reach your full potential, like fine aged wine. So that's good. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
So actually, all these things of anti-aging is really the wrong terminology. You can't stop aging. Aging is good. But old's another story. The definition of old means to be worn out, used up, unexcited about your life, unable to care for yourself. And being old is pretty much choices of how you care for your mind, how you care for your body. So we have a saying here at Ageless Living Lifestyle: we have to age, but you don't have to become old in the process.
Yeah. I love that. That's a great mentality to adapt to. So when did you start? When did you become a healthy aging trainer?
Well, I had the good fortune when I moved to San Diego in 1980, and and the next year I just had met one of the original first type of a personal trainer, and he said, I want to open up a new personal training studio. It's going to be different than anything that's been in the past. So we did. We opened up, I think, the very first modern personal training studio where we actually offered nutrition and mindset, all different kind of things, not just going in and picking up weights and barbells, right, like at old time gyms. So I just realized, when you're learning how to take care of your physical body yourself and getting in good shape, and then you're able to help other people do that and change their lives, and then also get paid for that, I said, yeah, this is a good thing. I really like this. And then in the year 2000, after I realized, my father died of lung cancer. But the sad thing was, he was really a healthy individual, but he smoked cigarettes all his life. Yeah. And so, but in those days, they didn't know how bad cigarette smoking was, Yeah. And so it's just like nowadays, still so many people don't realize how bad all the things, their lifestyle is, eating junk food and being stressed and not sleeping well, and all these things, how they're contributing to their demise and to becoming old and sick and dying way too young. As a matter of fact, I just want to interject, we now know, science tells us our genetic potential is to stay healthy to at least 125, at least 125. And yet most people are getting old and sick and dying at around, 77 is actually our life expectancy right now. And the other thing that's really important to know is about, it's really about your health span, not your lifespan. In other words, how long can you stay healthy? So even people who are living to 80, but probably the last 20 years, they're going to the doctor all the time, taking all these medications, getting surgeries, not feeling healthy or energetic. So it's really about creating a good health span. So I decided I'm going to learn all I could about, what the body really requires to be healthy and to live as long as we possibly can. And that's how I began to research. And what we found out was our genes play a very small role in how long we're going to live and how healthy we're going to be. And it's primarily lifestyle. So that's why I created the Ageless Living Lifestyle, which is a complete mind, body, and spiritual wellness system of proven strategies. Here's the thing. I can actually guarantee you anything that with all my clients, or all the things that I teach them in any of my coaching programs, it's guaranteed to work. You just have to do it. In other words, if you do some resistance training, your muscles are going to get stronger, right? If you stretch, you're going to get more flexibility. If you do some aerobic activity, you're going to improve the endurance and the strength of your heart, your lungs. If you eat real energetic food, you're going to have more energy. If you get good sleep, you're going to feel a lot better. You're going to have more. All these things that we do that we know that work, they work. So all you have to do is do it. That's why.
I totally agree. I preach lifestyle like 1000%. So both my grandparents on my mom's side and my dad's side lived into their 90s. My grandmother on my dad's side wasn't very healthy, but she just had good genetics, and she was a smoker too. She just died of old age. But my grandparents on my mom's side were always active, always riding their bikes, taking lots of supplements, eating well. We were just I was raised like just to live that healthy lifestyle. And I think that is a key part of aging while living a well-lived life, because you can be alive but not be living, right?
Yeah, well, you're very fortunate to have that family that was into health. I didn't have that. We didn't know anything about that in those days. But I was 40 before I began to realize, whoa, this is something that's really important. And so that's the main message that I always want to get out to people, that you have to realize your health and your vitality is your number one asset. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. Yeah. We have a saying in the holistic community here in San Diego that so many people spend their health building their wealth, and then they have to spend their wealth trying to regain their health. That's not a good strategy at all. So nothing matters if you're not healthy, you're not energetic, you're not feeling good. Yeah. So it's just so important. So that's the message people have to realize, that you got to get educated, and you got to get yourself a personalized wellness program, and you got to implement it. And it's going to be transforming for all aspects of your life.
Yeah. And that's why they need to come to you. So talk to us about your new FastFit 17 fitness system.
Well, okay. That's one system that's out there. I just realized, what's the biggest excuse for people for not exercising? Oh, I'm too busy. I don't have time, Yeah. So I filmed a complete full body workout using just your own body weight, where you can do it at home, out in the park, in a hotel, anywhere. And it only takes 17 minutes, and you can do a complete full body workout. And if you just do it twice a week, you can keep, obviously you're not going to be a bodybuilder, but you can keep yourself in really good shape where you can function well all your life. And you can find that it's really inexpensive. It's at fastfit17.com.
Awesome. You also, I want to just touch on really, you are a multi-gold and silver medalist in the California State Senior Olympics. That
was really fun. Well, I was a sprinter in high school, okay. But then I tore my knee playing football, which is not very smart. I don't recommend playing football. It's not so good for you. And then so for many years, I had my knee torn up and repaired, but it just wasn't that good. So I couldn't run. I didn't even run for all those years until I got here in San Diego and became a trainer. And then I happened to meet some guys. There was a lot of really master track runners here in San Diego, and they got me running with them again. So I got my knee strengthened, and I was a sprinter. So my best event was 200 meters. So I began to train with these guys, and then we had the state senior Olympics here in San Diego quite often. It's for 50 and above, and you go by different age groups. And so I was able to run some relays and run on my own and get quite a few gold and silver medals. So that was really a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that. Yes, that's just awesome. So you shared with me top 10 anti-growing old strategies, and I know we kind of touched on a few of them. Why don't you share those with us? Let's go through the list.
Yeah, I'll go through these briefly. Well, the number one on the list, and this is the most important, is you have to believe that you can stay healthy all of your life. If you buy into the normal social narrative, like most people do, well, that's just the way it is. We're all going to get old and sick and maybe end up in a nursing home and die. Then that's probably what you're going to create, right? What you believe is what you create in your life. So you got to change your mindset and say, hey, I'm not going to buy into that. I'm going to believe that I can stay healthy and energetic all your life. And so that's what you have to start by changing your beliefs. And then I think so important is to really make sure that you're living your life on purpose. You have to know what your life's about. Yeah. If you're not living your life on purpose, well, then, what's really the point of really trying to take really good care of yourself? And so that's so important to discover that. And again, we don't have time to go into that, but that's an important thing that I like to help people with. Living your divine purpose to help make it a better world for everybody else. And then when you do that, then you're excited about your life and you realize my physical body is my vehicle to do what I'm meant to do here. So you got to take the very best care of it as you possibly can. And so number 3 is you got to take responsibility for creating your health. Just like in anything in life, if you're going to be successful at it, yeah, nobody's going to do it for you. You got to take responsibility. You got to step up and do that. So you got to get educated of how to care for your body, and then you've got to actually implement it. That's why it's really helpful to get a coach or a personal trainer. They can really get you on the right track and doing the things that are right for you and what suits your individual goals. And then number 4 is avoiding drugs and surgeries in hospitals except for emergency.
Yeah,
I'm sure as you well know. Mm-hmm. We've got it backwards. Well, Big Pharma just came in and just took over, and they call it all the natural ways of healing and getting your body back in balance. They call that alternative, and then so they just took over and said, "This is mainstream medicine. We're going to give you we're going to get you strung out on medications so we can make billions of dollars, and we don't care if a lot of people even die." Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, for acute situations,
yeah,
drugs and surgery can save your life. It's great, but for most chronic illnesses that people see doctors. Not only are their therapies very ineffective, they're downright dangerous. They kill a lot of people. So I don't take any medications. I mean, if you have an infection, yeah, you better take something or you could die. But for the most part, you got to avoid surgeries and drugs. Most of them are totally unnecessary. And you got to learn natural healing methods. And in fact, that's number 5, is to get educated about natural healing methods. And one of the big ones is how to detoxify yourself on a regular basis. I actually have a little program too. It's called the Daily Detox. It's just a healthy lifestyle that you can detox yourself on a daily basis. And number 6 is of course about food and nutrition, which is really like that could be a whole month-long workshop, right? But just basically, my very first book I wrote back in the early 90s was called Real Food, Real Fast: How to Make Healthy Fast Food. The reason that junk fast food got so popular because it's fast, right? We all in a hurry, we got to eat something fast. But you can make healthy fast food as well. Just takes a little bit to get it organized. And so it's so important to eat real food. Real food is what's grown in nature. It's organic fruits and vegetables and some nuts and seeds and some healthy grains and some healthy animal products that are raised naturally if you want to eat animal products. And so, it takes a little bit of effort, but once you get organized, you can make food really quickly. And one more note on that is, if you want to eat healthy, you pretty much got to make mostly your own food, Yep. That's just the way it is. And so if you want to be energetic and eliminate most health challenges, you got to get into learning how to make healthy fast food. And then number 7 is to keep moving. It's move it or lose it. There's no question about it. A really interesting study recently was they had 2 groups. It was based on weight loss.
Okay.
And one group, they had them exercise real intensely for an hour every day.
Yeah.
And then the other group, they said, just keep moving throughout your day. Just move. Don't sit more than, about 30 minutes and get up and move and just do stuff all the time.
Right.
And guess what? At the end of the study, the people who just moved throughout their day lost more weight than the people who exercise really hard for just 1 hour a day.
I believe
so. yeah, so the whole message here, it's you don't have to go to a boot camp. You don't have to beat yourself up. And it's not about just working real hard for a while. Then what do you do the rest of the day? You're just sitting around at your computer, sitting in front of the TV, eating in your car. So I'm sure you've heard that saying now too, that sitting's the new smoking, how bad it is for you. So we got to get up and move. Just don't sit for more than about 30 minutes without getting up and doing some movement. So you got to keep moving. That's the main thing. And then number 8 is to slow down. How do we get into Deanna? How do we get into this rush society? Well, technology is one of the reasons, right? Because we can accomplish so much more. We think we have to, right? Yeah. We always got to be doing more. We got to I got to get this done. Yeah. No, you don't. No, why do you have to do that? So stress is the number one thing that people go to see doctors for, and we know that what manifests in our physical body begins in our mental emotional state from stress. So stress, you've got to learn how to reduce stress and slow down and enjoy your life. Take time out, learn to meditate, learn some breathing things, get out in nature, take some time to enjoy your life and get out of this rush situation that we've all got ourselves into and think that we have to do so much. And we don't, we don't, especially if it's going to destroy your health. And then number nine is to keep learning. This is really for your brain.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm learning more now than I ever have. And I always wonder how people can say that they're bored. How can you get bored? I mean, there's so many amazing things to learn and to experience. And I mean, in one lifetime, you can't even touch all the interesting things or things that you could really enjoy or learn about or create or solve, solve problems. I mean, look how many major challenges we have in the world.
Yeah.
And so that's one I want to add this too. It's really important. A lot of people also will say, well, why should I worry about, trying to stay healthy and live longer? Because I think we have a duty. I think we're here with a divine purpose, and we all, and so we need older people because as we age, we gain wisdom and we gain knowledge, and we need more people to stay alive to give back that knowledge and wisdom to help solve all these major challenges that we're having as humanity. And also we need more mentors and people to look up to for younger people. We don't have that, old people just get pushed aside and basically because it's poor health,
Yeah.
So I got to keep learning. There's so many things to learn and to enjoy. And then number 10 is my favorite of all. And this is the best one, is to have fun, enjoy your life. Deanna, when I used to go out and speak quite a bit before COVID, I used to always ask people to raise their hand if they're having a lot of fun in their life. And some people don't raise their hand. I mean, some people have gotten so busy and so stressed, they don't even know what. You had to ask them a question, what would be fun? And they're kind of puzzled. They don't even know what really would be fun in their life. We're always going to have we're always going to have struggles,
Yeah.
But life's not, challenges. We always have a lot of challenges, and that's the way it should be. But life's not supposed to be a struggle. It's supposed to be fun, and you got to enjoy your life. And here's one more important thing I want to add was they actually did an extensive study on centenarians way back in the 80s. And these are people who lived to be 100 and were fairly still healthy, could take care of themselves.
Yeah.
And they asked them, one of the main questions they asked was, why do you think you live this long and are still pretty healthy? And over 90% of them said, hey, I wasn't stressed out. I enjoyed my life. Yeah. I had fun. That's the most important. So if you don't do any of these other things, just have fun. Have fun and enjoy your life and laugh.
I subscribe to all of it. Yes, I'm here to have fun with you, Rico. Amazing.
Okay.
If people want what you just shared and they want to work with you, where can they find you?
Yeah, you can go to, my main website is agelesslivinglifestyle.com. And then I have 2 different online coaching programs where I can work with people no matter where you live.
Okay.
Just like we are here on Zoom. And so you can go to agelesslivinglifestyle.com/coaching, or you could go to agelesslivinglifestyle.com/executive. The executive coaching is a higher end coaching for CEOs and executives that we really get into it. And it's a little pricey, but it's something that people ready to get going and they're going to make it happen right away.
I love that. And where your podcast, can you tell us a little bit about your podcast?
Yeah, my podcast is called the Fearless Aging Podcast.
Right.
It's on all the major platforms, and we've done over 223 episodes. And just like you are, it is great to be a host of a podcast. You get to meet and interview amazing people doing amazing things, and you get to make new friends and new associates. It's great.
I love it. And so they can find you on all the major streaming platforms.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you could also, same thing on my main website. You can go there, you'll see podcast. You can check out podcast on my main website as well.
Cool. You guys, and put those links in the show notes. So if you connected with Rico today and want to learn how to live a healthier lifestyle, change your lifestyle so that you age well, then go ahead and click those links and connect with him. If anything, go follow his podcast and support him there. Rico, this is the part of the show where I like to ask for last words of wisdom or advice. What would you like to leave with us today?
The most important thing is to realize that you are more powerful than you realize, and that you can create whatever you want in your life, and to realize that your health should be another one priority, and that you can educate yourself. You can create a high level of energy and good health and stay vital and energetic all of your life. You can do it. Just got to step up and do it.
Yes. Boom. On that note, thank you so much. I love what you're all about. I am here for it. I believe in it, and I exercise those top strategies every single day. And so I can attest that yes, you people get on those top 10. He gave you some pearls of wisdom there and some tips to make your live a more vital life, a vibrant life. Not vibrant. That's what I want to say. A more vibrant life. So thank you very much.
Thank you. That was fun.
You're welcome. You guys, this is your host, Deanna Radulescu with Label Free Podcast. To live your best life, you must live label free. As always, don't forget to subscribe, follow, rate, review, comment, share, all those good things. And I'll be back soon with more dynamic guests.